And welcome everyone to St. James on Facebook. This is the St. James Wildcats tonight taking on the Union Parish Farmers. We welcome everyone watching from Union as well as our local fans connected to St. James. And right now you're looking at the coin toss. And I can't tell, Mike, can you see from my vantage point? I think they're about to flip the coin, right?
Yeah. Still on.
And we're waiting for the coin toss to go.
Are we on this? He's on about to start.
All right. We're up here discussing because they're kind of close-knit together on the field. It's hard to see. Here we go. It just tossed. The Wildcats will receive. Union Parish will be kicking off. And we're glad you joined us here this evening. We hope you keep it locked in. And again, spread the word. KBZE FM on Facebook. If you're on your computer, kbze.com.
We're back at Wildcat Stadium. Glad to have you back with us tonight. The 6-4 Union Farmers, Union Parish Farmers from Farmerville are about to take on the St. James Wildcats from Wildcat Stadium. The Wildcats sent out their captains Sean LaBeouf, Shamar Smith, Tyler Steib, and Lamont Lewis as well, out for the coin toss. And St. James did win the coin toss and has elected to receive. We're going to go ahead and take our final break during the national anthem. We'll be right back.
And right now you're about to watch the color guard march onto the field for the national anthem. Unfortunately, we're in an enclosed room, so we cannot play the national anthem for you. But now they're in center field. And I guess they're marching to the – oh, no, they're turning right now. And we're about to begin the national anthem. We had the prayer first. One of the St. James senior cheerleaders is leading the prayer. Unfortunately, again, we can't bring you that audio.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium tonight. Glad to have you with us. We're about to do the national anthem here. I'll try to, we can't really bring you the audio because we're in an enclosed room, so I'll try to give you just a little bit more background. And I was corrected, and I apologize. Actually, Union won the toss and decided to defer, and that is the reason that the Wildcats are receiving for tonight's game. Once again, the Wildcats are 10-0 on the season. Last week, while the Wildcats were being victorious over Bruley, number 12 seed Union Parish beat number 4 seed Madison Prep, and that final score was 35-26. The last time the Wildcats were in the playoffs was just in 2018. They lost in a regional round to North Webster, 26-23. They have come back very strong this year. The last year's record was 7-5 to end the season. We're 10-0 right now, and I'm sure we're going to make it to the Dome. Once again, head coach Robert Valdez in his fourth year and doing quite well with 6 starters back on offense and defense this season. This is his fourth year as the head coach of St. James, and I believe he began the year just a few wins short of 100, should be past 100 now. The Wildcats returning the offense this year with Logan Gravois and Joseph and also Sean LaBeouf. And Sean, by the way, has committed to Navy, if you didn't know that. St. James also returned 6 starters on defense, led by All-State defensive tackle Caleb Brown. And the fireworks and the train whistle are going off. We're getting ready for a kickoff. And we have the color guard now marching off the field. They had done the national anthem. Once again, Union Parish won the toss. They elected to defer, so St. James will be receiving the kickoff. And the Wildcats, by the way, making the move from District 10-3A to District 9-3A. They were able to join their parish rivals Lutcher and also nearby Donaldsonville, so help bring up the rivalries a little bit. And we watch as the referees take their place on the field, and we're getting ready for kickoff. Union Parish has sent their players on the team, and now here come the Wildcats. And back deep will be Sean LaBeouf. And here we go. Union Parish with the kick, traveling down to about the 6-yard line. And back up to the 20, up to the 25, the 30. Breaking free at the 40, up to the 45, almost up to midfield. I'll try to get the number on the return. I believe that was Tyler Bartholomew. That was Tyler Bartholomew on the return. Just about up to midfield, make that the St. James 48, so a great start. Just underway in the first quarter. St. James with a kickoff return all the way up to their own 48-yard line. Well, they'll set up first down. LaBeouf and Smith ready to go with 3 wide out to the left. And it's straight up the middle, up to the 45-yard line of Union Parish, about a 7-yard gain. Smith on the carry, so straight ahead. They put him down at the 46, so 6 yards on the gain. That'll be 2nd and 4. Union Parish is in for a game tonight. Undefeated St. James has not looked back in any of their games so far. Almost picked off, actually, a pretty good breakup on the play by Union Parish on the 2nd down pass. Number 31, Desmond Edmonds, one of the linebackers for Union Parish, was responsible for the breakup of that pass. Quick developing slant out to the left side. And here we go with 3rd down and 4 for the Wildcats. And there's a flag on the play really before it gets underway, so we'll see what's the call here. And it's a procedure penalty against St. James, so that will make it 3rd and 9. And we'll put the ball back at the St. James 49. So with a false start, We have a third down for Smith and LaBeouf to see how they can deal with. And back to pass, and now running out to the left side, and will be out of bounds at about the 48, possibly back to the line of scrimmage is Smith. So it will be fourth down, and St. James will be forced to punt on their first possession. So after the promising kickoff return up to the 48-yard line, I think we ended up with a net of -1 for the Wildcats for that first drive, as they have placed it at the 47, is where Smith ran out of bounds. Trey Holly standing back at the 19-yard line of Union Parish, waiting for the punt. And the ball bounces down inside the 15 and will be downed at about the 14-yard line by St. James. So a great kick inside the 20-yard line where Union Parish will take it first and 10. So not much time off the clock for the first drive for St. James, just a minute and 2 seconds, including the time on the punt. They were basically a 3-and-out with a procedure penalty. And first and 10 for Union Parish. From the 14, it's a pitch out to the left side and up to the 20, maybe the 21. Well, they're going to mark him out of bounds before that. Back at the 19. Still a decent 5-yard gain on first and 10 from the 14-yard line for Union Parish. And I believe that was Holly on the run. Second down and 5 for Union Parish. From the 19, a handoff to the left side. Not much doing there. Gain of 2. Tackle on the play made by Caleb Brown. Third down and 3 now for the Farmers from their own 21-yard line. They are the Farmers because they are from Farmerville. And with the 3rd and 3, we go with another pitch to the left now. It looks to be Holly again. He's got the first down, but a flag at the end of the play. Check that. Now that was Holly on the play with the run. We'll see what the flag was all about. St. James is pointing toward Union Parish. And we get the official signal. It is a holding call on the Farmers. And that is a damaging penalty as it takes away a first down and will make it 3rd and about 12 or 13 yards to go. Third down and 6. That was not a holding penalty for 10 yards. And taken down for a loss on the 3rd down, Trey Holly. On the tackle is number 54, Greg Rounds. So the Farmers will have to punt back to St. James. We are in the first quarter, 9:30 off the clock, and each side will have to have punted at least one time. Shamar Smith standing at the St. James 45-yard line. He will field it at about the 45 and fumble it out of bounds at about the 42, where the Wildcats will take first and 10. So penalties really damaged both drives, both opening drives for both the Wildcats with their procedure penalty and a holding penalty against the Farmers. And we have Smith and LaBeouf in the backfield, ready to go. Second drive now for the Wildcats from their own 42. And the handoff over the right side. Maybe a yard or two, and there's already a little extracurricular going on the field between the Farmers and the Wildcats. Referees break it up real quick, no flags. And it was a yard gain on the play, so it will be 2nd and 9. No harm, no foul on either side there. 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats now. And the handoff straight up the middle, up to about the 48-yard line. And that was Sean LaBeouf, I believe, on the run. Up to the 48, it will be 3rd down and 4 from the St. James 48. Thank you for listening to us tonight. KBZE from Wildcat Stadium, the 10-0 Wildcats trying to make it to the Superdome. Taking on the Union Parish Farmers, 3rd down and 4 now. Back to pass, and a long pass downfield, wide open at the 20, and the catch is made down close to the 10-yard line. Shaz Preston. Beautiful throw. Beautiful pitch and catch from Shamar Smith to Shaz Preston. And he was wide open. And they'll call him down at the 12-yard line. I guess his forward progress maybe bounced a few yards further than that. But he will have a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the Union Parish 12-yard line. And here we go, 1st and 10, and a handoff over to the left side. Nothing doing for Sean LaBeouf. No gain on the play. So after a few mildly successful runs, a big pass play for St. James from their own 48 all the way down to the Union Parish 12-yard line. About a 40-yard gain on that play. And we'll play it 2nd and 10 from the 12. Smith with the snap, and he keeps the ball over the left side, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And that was a great run by Smith. I thought he was down at about the 3-yard line, and he took the tackler with him into the left side of the end zone, and it is 6-0 with 6:33 to play in the first quarter for the Wildcats.
And the score is now
6:33 remaining in the first quarter. St. James has completed the extra point attempt. Once again, 6:33 remaining in the first quarter. St. James has just scored on a 3-yard run from Shamar Smith after a 40-yard completion. Got them down to the Union Parish 12-yard line with 6:33 remaining in the first quarter. After the extra point, St. James leads 7-0. Getting ready for the kickoff. Once again, that was a beautiful pitch and catch from St. James from their own 48-yard line. Shamar Smith with a great pass to a wide-open Chaz Preston, who made it down to the 12. Smith eventually with the score. Kickoff is a line drive straight down the middle and received at the 10-yard line, and the return by Trey Holly up to the 25, maybe up to the 26-yard line before he's down. First and 10 from the 26 for Union Parish. The Farmers will try to get on track now as they're behind 7-0 fairly quickly in this game. A penalty derailed the first drive. We'll see what happens with this drive. First and 10 from the 26 for Union Parish. And the pitch goes to Trey Holly out to the right, and he is upfield and has a free run straight ahead. He is down to the 30, the 20, to the 10, and all the way in for the score. Trey Holly, 74 yards, a pitch to the right, and just like that, Union Parish is back in the football game. Trey Holly, once he cleared the first set of defenders, there was nobody catching him. An extremely quick burst over the right side and a 74-yard touchdown run. So just like that, it is 7-6 with Union Parish now on the field for the extra point. And that didn't take but 20 seconds to make on the change of possessions. So 6:14 remaining in the first quarter, and Union Parish, the kick is up. And the extra point is no good. So with 6:14 remaining in the first quarter, St. James 7, Union Parish 6. We'll be right back after this spot break. Okay.
And we want to thank some of our sponsors for helping us bring you the game tonight. Kazanat Motors, celebrating over 100 years of serving the river parishes with Ford. Easy to deal with and good service to all. Also, the West St. James Pharmacy sends a big shout out tonight to the St. James Wildcats. Go all the way, guys, and remember, we are proud of you and everything that you do. And Tesh Action Clinic of Edgard is coming to Gramercy real soon. We see patients, regardless of their ability to pay, from no insurance to insurance on a sliding fee scale basis. Visit us online at www.tabhealth.org.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. And just as fast as St. James had taken the lead 7-0, with a run from Shamar Smith, Union Parish struck back with a 22nd drive, a 74-yard touchdown run by Trey Holly. They did miss the extra point, though, so the Wildcats still have a 7-6 lead with the Farmers kicking off. And that kick goes way back into the end zone, will be a touchback. So we have the one big play from St. James so far, the 40-yard pass that got them down to the Union Parish 12-yard line that eventually led to the score run, and just needed one big long play for Union Parish, the 74-yard touchdown run from Trey Holly. It is now first down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 20-yard line. And here we go. It's a pass over the middle and a completed one all the way up to the 38-yard line. Chaz Preston carries defenders with him for about the last 6 yards. So it is a first and 10 for the Wildcats right off the bat at 18-yard completion to Preston. First and 10 at the 38. And there's a handoff. This time goes to LaBeouf over the right side, and he gets maybe 4 yards on the play. closer to 5. We'll call it 2nd down and 5. St. James at their own 43-yard line. We're in the first quarter with 5:27 remaining. Teams have traded touchdown scores already. And Smith with the snap, and he gives off to LaBeouf over the right side, who dodges and darts up to the 45, but no further than that. Forward progress got him up to the 45 till he was driven back behind the Wildcat 40-yard line. But they do give him the forward progress. It will make it 3rd down and 3 from about the 45 for the Wildcats. So LaBeouf has found running room short so far. We'll see if they go back to the air to Preston. Joseph also split out wide to the left. And with the snap and back to pass, now running out to the left side, and the pass complete, but down, it looks like short of first down yardage. Caden Williams. Smith had to lead him a little bit, but the lead may have been a little bit too much, and once he hit the ground, Caden Williams was down about a half yard short of the first down. .407 remaining in the first quarter, 7-6 Wildcats lead. We'll see what kind of decision we get now out of the Wildcats, what to do here on 4th down. 4th down at about a half yard remaining. And the referee comes over to the side and encourages St. James to get their players back on the field. We need a decision, and we'll see what goes on. Looks like they're going to go for it. So Smith is in. 4th down and about a half yard to go from their own 48-yard line. And it is a sneak. And, man, it's going to be a close call. I think they're going to give it to him, though. 1st down, Wildcats. Like the design of the play, Shamar Smith up under center, and then LaBeouf jammed the line with him, so you really couldn't tell who was getting the ball snapped to him. They got the yard they needed out of it. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 49, their own 49. Now Smith moves back into the shotgun. And he is back to pass, and downfield, falling on the play is Shaz Preston. He was open at about the 31-yard line, and looks like he would have caught the pass except for slipping at that point. So the passing game seems to have some promise tonight, where the St. James ground game has been stopped. Aside from the fine rushing touchdown by Shamar Smith, rushing yardage has been tough to come by. So it'll be 2nd down at the Wildcat 49, 2nd down and 10. Wildcats, and back to pass over the middle, open Preston at the 40-yard line, and still on his feet, maybe down to the 39 or 38. So a quick hit over the middle to Preston gives the Wildcats another 1st down now in Union Parish territory. First and 10 for the Wildcats from the Union Parish 39-yard line. And with the snap and a handoff to LaBeouf up the middle, and he pushes his way all the way down to the 33, maybe even the 32-yard line. So a lot of 2nd and 3rd effort for Sean LaBeouf that time. Now they do mark it down at the 34. I was giving him a little bit more further forward progress than he had gotten. Maybe some of the linemen pushed him forward. That'll make it 2nd down at about 5 from the Union Parish 34. And a good pickup on the play of the snap, and up the middle, open still, down to the 15-yard line. That was Sean LaBeouf. Preston was in the backfield, and he picked up the snap. It rolled on the ground, picked it up, and was still able to hand it off. And the Wildcats with a first down now at the 10. So a 29-yard run down to the 10-yard line. With just a little bit over a minute to play in the first quarter, the Wildcats lead 7-6. Snap and the handoff to LaBeouf down to the 6. So the Wildcats, after having been stunned on that 74-yard run play by Trey Holly of Union Parish, they are able to get a second and goal now of their own from the 6. LaBeouf and Smith in the backfield. And some motion out to the left, and LaBeouf gets it. Make that Shamar Smith. He was on the rollout to the left, and his pass was incomplete into the end zone. Preston was the intended receiver, but the ball bounced. Really didn't have much a chance of a completion on that. It will be third down from the Union Parish 6-yard line. Glad to have you with us tonight. Michael Jones at KBZE Radio on Facebook. We're all over the place in a good way. 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Shamar Smith and Sean LaBeouf in the backfield. St. James timeout. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout here and be back.
Again, we want to thank our sponsors. St. James Urgent Care, located in the Medical Plaza next to St. James Hospital in Lusher, is now open 7 days a week, day and night. St. James Urgent Care is open Monday through Friday from 1 to 9 and on Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 5. Walk-ins are welcome.
The Decor Shop in Lutcher. The Decor Shop in Lutcher. Give your home a new look for 2020. Visit Camilla and the gang today on Highway 3125 in Lutcher. You can even call to make an appointment at 225-869-8623. Glad to have everybody back. Wildcat Stadium. 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The undefeated Wildcats are ahead 7-6 right now over the Farmers of Union Parish. It is third down and goal for the Wildcats from between the 6 and 7 yard line of Union Parish. Back to pass and looking over the left side, and well, I thought it was a touchdown, but maybe they said it was a trap on the play. Yeah, they said Preston trapped the ball. Check that. Sean Joseph was the intended receiver in the end zone. Unable to make the play. The pass was a little bit low. So it will be fourth down, and the field goal team on the field for St. James. And we'll see if there's a penalty now on Union Parish for offside. It is an encroachment penalty called against Union Parish that will move the ball inside the 5 yard line down to the 3, so it'll give the kicker a little bit easier of a chance to make. And this will be about a 20-yard try. Mahler getting ready to kick. And it'll be a fake over to the left side, and an unsuccessful one, unfortunately. Number 14, Logan Gravois. Backup quarterback, also the holder on the play, took the snap and tried to make a quick dash to the left side, but he was taken down quickly. So Union Parish takes over on downs with a failed fake field goal. 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Mike, we want to thank another one of our sponsors, St. James Parish President-elect Peter Dufresne, for sending shouts out tonight to the...
And we thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Union Parish, after the failed fake field goal, they take over on downs inside their own 10. And it is a fake to the left side. Number 24 on that play, Trent Ginn. Not much room for Trent on that play. They'll give him 2 yards on the play. Up close to the 8-yard line, and it'll be a 2nd down and 8 for Union Parish. And as we count down to the end of the first quarter, thank you for joining us tonight. Live from Wildcat Stadium at the end of the first quarter, we'll take a break. Our score, the Wildcats 7, the Farmers 6.
St. James Parish Hospital is now offering 3D mammography enhanced by artificial intelligence cancer detection software. 3D mammograms offer more images and a higher level of cancer detection. Call 225-258-5953 to schedule your 3D mammogram in Letcher. St. James Parish Hospital offers quality imaging and faster appointments. Also, we want to wish best of luck to the Wildcats tonight from Groyard Furniture and Appliances, serving St. James Wildcat families and families along the river for more than 100 years, with 2 locations of furniture and appliances to serve you in Donaldsonville. Also, attorney Garen Johnson, he's sending shouts out to the Wildcats tonight. If you're looking for a fighter in the courtroom, call Garen Matthew Johnson on his hotline right now at 504-296-6159.
Thank you so much, Howard. We are live from Wildcat Stadium, getting ready to begin the second quarter. A quick recap of the scoring so far tonight. Had a scoring run from Shamar Smith from about 3 yards out early in the first quarter. Union Parish came right back with their own 74-yard bomb of a run from Trey Holly. And we were running a 2nd and 8 from their own 8-yard line, Union Parish was. And it'll be first down Farmers at their own 15. Score by St. James in the first quarter was at the 6:33 mark. It only took 19 seconds past that for Union Parish to get their 74-yard touchdown run at about the 6:14 mark. Second quarter, 1st and 10 for the Farmers from their own 15. And over the right side for about 5 yards. And number 19 on the run, that is Jaquaris Donald. They called it a long 4, make it 2nd and 6. So the Farmers were able to capitalize early right after the Wildcats. There's a flag, I believe, on that play. Now we had the run by Holly up close to the 24-yard line, but there was a flag almost immediately on the play, and it will go against Union Parish. So it goes back to the 15-yard line. Union Parish will now have it 2nd down and about 12. And the snap and over the left side with very little gain, at least initially. Maybe a second effort gave him 5 yards. And it looked to be Trent Ginn on the run. So now 3rd down for Union Parish. St. James can have a big stop here in the second quarter if they stop them here. It'll force them to punt from deep in their own territory. So 3rd down from the 20. And it is Trey Holly over the left side. He will not have enough for the first down. I think he'll be down at about the 23 or 24-yard line. So it looks like the penalty will be, again, hurtful to the Farmers, who have had costly penalties on 2 of their 3 drives so far. 4th down from their own 24-yard line. They will be punting. Kicking for Union Parish, number 24, Blake Sellers. And it is a low line drive kick, bouncing at about the Wildcat 48 and received on the play up to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, into the 30, down to the 20. LaBeouf to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Sorry, that was Smith. I'm laughing because I think the train whistle went off before he actually got into the end zone, so they were calling it before we were. But hey, they were right. Fireworks go off. Smith on the reception of the punt at about his own 48, 52 yards into the end zone. Uh-oh. Are we bringing this back? Did not see a flag initially. Now I see it sitting free and clear at the St. James 43-yard line. So the excitement got all of us, and the St. James offense will be coming onto the field in not near as good a shape as we thought they were. So penalties bite both equally. Actually, a little bit harsher for St. James's purpose. This will take them back, and we'll see where they march it back to. So instead of having a 50-plus yard punt return for a touchdown, St. James gets it taken all the way back to their own 33, where they will have it 1st and 10. 8:59 remaining before halftime. The Wildcats lead 7-6. So maybe a huge momentum swing here. We'll see how St. James responds to the penalty. Handoff up the middle to about the 35-yard line goes LaBeouf. Once again, Smith had made a fantastic return on that punt, breaking tackles, cutting back against the grain into the end zone. Whistle was going off. Nobody was looking at that penalty flag back at the 43. Injured player on the field, so we'll go ahead and take a quick injury timeout here with the score 7-6 Wildcats.
We want to thank the Vacherie Auto and Home Center. Come see us for incredible deals at the corner of Highway 20 and Highway 3127 in Vacherie. Come check out our selection of outdoor cookware and appliances. Also check out our deals on hunting and fishing necessities. Our merchandise will make a great Christmas gift for that hard-to-buy-for guy. And we've got plenty of soybeans and corn for deer. In fact, you can get all your licenses with us. Also, folks, they've got great deals on appliances, so you must make the drive to the Vacherie Auto and Home Center at the corner of Highway 20 and Highway 3127 in Vacherie. And tell them you heard that.
And we're live back at Wildcat Stadium. 2nd and 8 from the Wildcat 35. Number 60, Donald Nelson, was the injured player, was able to get off the field under his own power. So that's great news. A screen out to the left side to LaBeouf, and he will just get back to the line of scrimmage. He was actually caught behind the line by Union Parish, but by the best of efforts was able to make it back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard, and it will be 3rd down and about 7. 3rd and 7, the Wildcats from their own 36 after having a 52-yard punt return for a touchdown negated by a penalty. Third and 7, the snap and back to pass is Smith, and downfield and complete at about the 1st down marker. If they give him forward progress, goes Preston, and they are not giving him his forward progress. And the crowd is looking at what I was looking at. He had forward progress up to that first down marker, it looked like, up to the 43. They placed the ball back at the 42, a full yard short. So it is 4th down and 1. Preston made a great catch at the 43-yard line and was hit in the air at that point and driven back a little bit, but they only gave him forward progress to the 42, and it will be St. James' punting team on the field. Back to receive the punt, Trey Holly. And the punt is off, low line drive, down to about the 20-yard line where it is received and returned up to the 26. We'll try to catch who the other man was deep with Holly on the play. I believe it was number 24, Trent Ginn. So Ginn and Holly seem to be to their backfield what LaBeouf and Smith are to St. James. First and 10 for Union Parish from about their own 27-yard line. 6:46 remaining in the second quarter, 7-6 Wildcats. And we've got an attempted option that goes absolutely nowhere, maybe a loss of a yard that time. So aside from one long running play by Trey Holly, the St. James defense has played very well tonight. And it was a loss of a yard of play, about a 2nd and 11 or 12 now. Pitch out to the right side, goes to Holly, and he is up to the 32-yard line. We'll see where the forward progress is marked. And it looks to be the 32, so it will be a 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. Maybe a 3rd and 5. Third and 5 from the Union Parish 32, and we have a run over the left side. It is Blake. Tackled at about the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, that's Trent Ginn. They did give him a yard on the play, but not much more than that. It's still 4th down, and the Union Parish punting team is on the field. Smith is back to receive the punt. That is a low-line drive once again. He will try to catch that on one bounce, as he does, and is up to the 35, the 40, up to the 45, and the 50, cutting back, and does his best to get just past midfield. So another fine return by Smith, and the Wildcats will have a 1st and 10 from about midfield. Thank you for joining us tonight, KBZE. On Facebook, live from Wildcat Stadium, the 10-0 Wildcats taking on the Union Parish Farmers from Farmerville. They are 6-4 in the season. Wildcats trying to get their first state championship in about 40 years. And here we go, a 1st and 10 from midfield for the Wildcats. Back to pass is Smith. And that is all the way down to a wide open, but just over the outstretched hands of Ja'Cory Esther. Esther had close to 5 yards on his defender, and it was just a little bit too much of a lead for him to lay out and get. He did lay out as much as he could on that play. Something to maybe go back to later in the game. It'll be a 2nd and 10 from midfield. So a just miss for Ja'Cory Esther. And Smith gets it back with 2nd and 10. And a rolling snap. He will pick it up off the ground and run straight up the middle. He's to the 40, to the 30. He dodges back down to the 27 before falling down. Some great cutbacks and a great pickup of the snap on that play. I don't think the snap made it off the ground. It just kind of rolled back. But a great pickup and run down to the Union Parish 28, where the Wildcats will have it first down. Snap bounces back once again, and another improv run. This one not near as successful as the last one, maybe a yard on the play this time for Smith. So we're having some trouble with the exchange between the between the center and the quarterback. The snap is running short. It will be a 2nd and 9 now from the 27 for the Wildcats. Fumble on the play. Smith is able to get back on his own fumble. I'm not sure if he thought LaBeouf was going to take it or LaBeouf just ran into the football. Either way, it is a fumble on the play. Fortunately, Smith pounces back on it at the 29. So a loss of a couple, it'll be 3rd and 11. So bad exchanges of all kinds, bad snaps, and bad handoffs lead to a tough 3rd down conversion now for the Wildcats at the Farmer 29-yard line. 2:54 now till half. And the snap back to Smith, who goes back to pass, has plenty of time, but now having to scramble, runs out to his left, and that may have been intercepted. Yep, interception on the play for Union Parish. I believe that was number 4, Dylan Harris, on the interception, as Smith just tried to make something happen. Really, it was a coverage interception. He tried to make something happen at the end of the play. Just ran out of luck at the end of the play, so it's Union Parish 1st and 10 from their own 20. 2.5 minutes prior to halftime, the Wildcats still lead 7-6. It is a handoff over the right side. A couple of yards on the play for Union Parish. They'll give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. So after a first quarter scoring flurry between Union Parish and St. James, it's been all quiet in the second quarter. Pitch out to the left side, make that the right side, goes to Holly, who breaks a couple of tackles and gets it up to the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. If you can get Holly before he gets to the second level, you're in good shape. But if he gets to the second level, watch out. 1st and 10 from the Farmers from their own 37. They've got to work fast now. We're inside 1:45 now and counting in the second quarter before half. And there's a fumble for Union Parish. Looks like the Wildcats have it at the 32. And yes, they do. Fumbled exchange that time between Ginn and Holly. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 from the Union Parish 33 with 1:24 to play now before half. And we're having, it looks like they were doing some substitutions. Now we have everything set up. LaBeouf and Smith in the backfield. Preston to the left. Joseph to the right. Back to pass is Smith, deep downfield into the end zone. Oh, just broken up on the play. Union Parish defensive back Keshawn Birch with the defensive play. And it looked like we were going to get a touchdown pass. Instead, at the last minute, Birch comes through and defends the pass. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 now for the Wildcats from the 33 of Union Parish. Back to pass again. This one is complete to Preston out to the left, down to about the 21 or 22-yard line. We'll see where they place it. It will be 1st down Wildcats from the Union Parish 22. Hurry up offense now. Smith with the snap, goes back to pass. Quick hit again. Down to the 10, down to the 5, and breaking a tackle. Looks like he made it into the end zone. Preston with a touchdown. Clutch pitch and catch to Preston. Preston breaks some tackles in the end, and the Wildcats capitalize on the Union Parish turnover with 53 seconds remaining before halftime. Touchdown. As we await the extra point. So the Wildcats, looks like they may have lost a little momentum when that punt return for a touchdown was called back because of a penalty. They have regained it back now. With 53 seconds to go in the second quarter and have taken the lead. 13-6 awaiting the extra point try. Snap is down and fumbled on the ground again. Who just had a problem with the snaps tonight, whether it be to the quarterback or to the holder, and that will be no good on the extra point. We'll take a quick break. The Wildcats lead 13-6.
St. James Parish Willie Martin sends a big shout-out to everyone on Facebook tonight who was watching the game. Also, Omega Waste Management of Patterson is now taking applications for a Class A CDL driver. Must apply in person at 1900 Highway 90 in Patterson. That's Omega Waste Management of Patterson. Also on December 10th, Thibodeau Regional, in association with the American Cancer Society, will present Love Lights a Tree in the Wellness Center lobby. The celebration will include hanging of ornaments, pictures with Santa, and refreshments.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. We are live with about 53 seconds left in the first half. The Wildcats have made their second scoring strike of the night. Pitch and catch from Smith to Preston of about 20 yards. And the lead is now 13-6 as the extra point was unsuccessful. And really, the only problem tonight for St. James has been the exchange between snapper and either quarterback or holder. But they do have the lead with 53 seconds before half, and the kickoff, a high driving kick way back in the end zone. That has no chance of being returned and will be a touchback. So we'll see what happens with Union Parish here, with Trent Ginn and Trey Holly being their main two ball handlers, it seems, so far in this game. And it's 6-4 on the season so far. The Farmers have made it very respectable with their showing up to this point. A couple of costly penalties have hurt them, but they've kept it close. And we'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And a handoff going absolutely nowhere that time. And it will make it a 2nd down and 10 if they did even give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. It was hard to tell if it was even Holly that got the ball that time. I think it was, but the Wildcat shirts were around him so fast it was hard to tell. As the clock continues to run, under 25 seconds now. Union Parish may have time for one more play, and that's about it. Snap and a run straight up the middle and down at the 22-yard line as the clock counts down and we roll into halftime. Good news for Wildcats fans. Live from Wildcat Stadium on KBZE Facebook. Glad to have you with us tonight. The Wildcats lead at half 13-6. We'll take a break and be right back.
Also, Thibodeau Regional Medical Center sends special congrats to Wildcat coach Robert Valdez, who was named Coach of the Month in October by the Thibodeau Regional Sports Medicine Center. And Roussel's Fine Jewelry and Gifts wants you to come and shop with them this Christmas. It's a season to sparkle at Roussel's. They've been serving the parishes for 45 years. That's the river parishes, with designer jewelry as low as $29.99. Visit them online at www.roussel's.com and on Facebook. Just look for Roussel's. Shop their 4 locations on Belton
And once again,
Boulevard
welcome
in
back.
LaPlace, and sorry about that, Mike, on East Main in Gramercy, Highway 90 in Booty, and West Pine in Ponchatoula.
Having a great time at Wildcat Stadium tonight. I'm glad to be with you. So glad to be broadcasting high school football again. It's been a few years, but kind of coming back easy.
Yep.
Kind of, sort of.
This has been an exciting game as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Wildcats were able to strike first in an exciting 4-yard touchdown run for Smith with 6:33 left in the first quarter. Trey Holly came right back with 19 seconds later for the Union Parish Farmers with a 74-yard touchdown run that made it 7-6 as Union Parish missed their extra point try, and then once again, after a fumble by Union Parish before halftime, the Wildcats were able to strike again with less than a minute remaining, a 20-yard pitch and catch from Smith to Preston. The Wildcats missed their extra point then, so here we go. The Wildcats lead 13-6 over Union Parish.
Mike, I got a lot of fans that want to say hello tonight on people on Facebook.
Tell us hi.
That have sponsored tonight's game. Kazanab Motors, celebrating over 100 years of serving the river parishes with Ford. Easy to deal with and good service to all. Also, Tesh Action Clinic, which has been operating and serving the St. James area in Edgard now for a number of years, is pleased to announce it's going to be opening in Gramercy. At Tesh, they see patients regardless of their ability to pay, from no insurance to insurance on a sliding fee scale basis. Visit them online at www.tabhealth.org. We also want to thank the West St. James Pharmacy, sending a big shout out tonight to the St. James Wildcats and the crew at Deco Shop, Camilla, Patrick, and Sherry, inviting you to come and give your home a new look for 2020. Visit them in Letcher at 3120 on 3125. And I think we're going to go back and take our first big halftime break. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Cool.
And while we're taking that break, we're going to thank some more people. St. James Urgent Care, located in the Medical Plaza to St. James Parish Hospital in Letcher, is now open 7 days a week, day and night. St. James Urgent Care is open Monday through Friday from 1 to 9, and on Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 5. Walk-ins are welcome. Visit www.sjph.org to learn more. Also, next door at the hospital, believe it or not, they've got something really neat. They've got 3D mammography enhanced by artificial intelligence. So these guys are really going after cancer detection. If you need a mammogram or perhaps something else along those lines, give them a call at 225-258-5953 to get scheduled. St. James Parish Hospital in Letcher offers quality imaging and faster appointments. And we want to thank A.J. Doman Chevrolet and A.J. Doman Chrysler, our loyal KBZE sports boosters throughout the years. Every year, Mike, they do a big finish, big production on their big finish to the year, and this year is no exception. So if you're looking for a Chevrolet or a Chrysler, that's the place to go. They're at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. Do it. Do it. Do it now and get a good get a good ride. Right into 2020 looking sharp. That's what I say. Also, um, we want to remind you that the Vacherie Auto and Home Center is selling appliances like crazy. If you need something new for your kitchen, that's the place to go. Highway 20 and Highway 3127 in Vacherie. They've also got some neat outdoor cookware. When you're hunting, you can cook that pastelaya out at the camp, even while you're fishing. They got you, and they're ready to get you hooked up. Mike, what's been the most impressive thing you saw tonight?
I tell you, the most impressive thing so far, I guess, has had to be the St. James defense. Aside from the 74-yard touchdown run by Trey Holly early on, they have pretty much held Union Parish tight. And on their own end, have been able to score a couple of times on offense. Great passing game tonight. Sean LaBeouf has had a little trouble getting off the ground as far as running is concerned, but some great completions to Preston, both in the first quarter and the second quarter, leading to the scores. So I guess all phases of the game looking good so far. Let's see if we can keep up the streak of not allowing more than 13 points in a football game so far this year.
All right, and for all our visitors from Union Parish, what's been the most impressive thing you've seen tonight for those guys on the field?
Do I sound one-sided? I'm sorry.
Just a little.
For Union Parish, I tell you what, I think there's some people surprised maybe with the Union Parish having a 6-4 record that they would be in the ball game and be this close, and they've played very close so far with the way their defense has been playing. As a matter of fact,
their defense has been pretty strong.
Yeah, especially against the run. I think everybody thought maybe Smith and LaBeouf would be running all over them tonight. It just hadn't happened.
Right.
So it has been a tough first half. Back live at Wildcat Stadium, Michael Jones, KBZE, Facebook. Glad to have everybody with us, listening, and the Wildcats have the lead 13-6. Once again, to recap the scoring in the first half, it took about half of the first quarter for either side to get going, as there was some penalties and problems for both offenses on their first drives that forced them to punt. Then with 6:33 remaining in the first quarter, the Wildcats were able to strike first with a touchdown to make it 7-0. Union Parish and running back Trey Holly, and once again, I can't stress enough about Trey Holly for Union Parish. If you can get him down maybe in the first level of defenders, not so bad. But if he gets to the second level, I swear every one of his strides is 10 yards long, and he makes it to the end zone real quick, as we found out on the 74-yard touchdown run.
I'm going to interrupt you right now. We got to talk about that bad leader right now on the field. He's trying to get that Southern Jag swag. I guess he thinks he's preparing for the Superdome next week, so he came out prancing just like the Jags do.
Actually, he didn't do too bad.
No.
And he's waving at everybody. All right.
Yeah, he is.
I guarantee you, if my 57-year-old back had tried to attempt to do what his probably 17-year-old back just did, I wouldn't have got back up.
We ain't even going to discuss me.
But it's good to have fun during halftime. Once again, the running back for Union Parish, Trey Holly, did a great job on his touchdown run. And then right before halftime, St. James came back with the fumble recovery at the 33-yard line, quick hit over to the 20 for a first down, and then a pitch and catch from about the 20 to the end zone, maybe down to about the 4 or 5 yard line, and Preston broke a few tackles into the end zone, and that's where we stand now after the missed extra point for actually both St. James and Union Parish have missed extra points so far. So the score at halftime stands at 13-6. We'll go ahead and take our second big halftime break and be right back.
And again, we want to thank our sponsors that really have stuck by us in bringing St. James to you. Grongyard Furniture and Appliances, Mr. Sonny Grongyard. Can't say enough about him. He's always there for high school football. They've been serving the St. James Wildcat families and families along the river for more than 100 years, with 2 locations of furniture and appliances to serve you in Donaldsonville. Also, we've got attorney Garen Johnson. He is just getting tremendous success in the courtrooms and the parishes around here. And yes, Mike, I got to tell you, Garen, like myself, attended De La Salle in New Orleans, so he's a fellow Cavalier. But
I guess
anyway,
I'm far enough removed from Brother Martin not to take that personally.
if you're looking for a fighter in the courtroom, call Garen Matthew Johnson on his hotline right now at 504-296-6159. Call Garen Matthew Johnson right now at 504-296-6159. Also, if you're looking for a job and you're a CDL driver, listen to this. Omega Waste Management of Patterson is now taking applications for a Class A CDL driver. You must apply in person at 1900 Highway 90 in Patterson. And again, this is the place, guys. If you're Christmas shopping, this is the one-stop shop. Roussel's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, serving the river parishes for 45 years. It's the season to sparkle at Roussel's with designer jewelry as low as $29.99. Go online right now. Get a pen and write this down. www.roussel's.com. Write it down. And look for them on Facebook. Just look for Roussel's. Shop there. 4 locations. 232A Belterre Boulevard in La Place. 330 East Main Street in Gramercy, 13413 Highway 90 in Booty, and 177 West Pine in Ponchatoula. Now, for you guys in Union, y'all got to make the drive down to Christmas shop.
Again, I say, do it.
Do it. Also, the law firm of Ramsey Skiles and Strieber in Bayou Vista, Loyal's High School booster, KBZE Sports supporters, they sent a shout-out tonight. We thank them. Taco Bell, the Courtesy Automotive Group in Morgan City. If you're looking for a Toyota, Courtesy Toyota is the place to drive to. You want to go to Franklin for some quality used cars, see Mr. Kevin Mediz at Courtesy Pre-Owned. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're at halftime. St. James 13 and Union 6. The Union Farmers, with 3 minutes and counting down left to halftime. We also want to remind you that you can listen tomorrow to KBZE at 2:30 for the Nickel State Colonels as they take on North Dakota State in round 2 of the NCAA FSC playoffs. And I heard, by the way, that the weather Monday is supposed to drop down to like 4. I don't know what it is today. Aren't you glad you live in Louisiana when you hear stuff like that?
I don't want anything having to do with cold.
Man,
ever.
Oh, man. Wow. Mr. Sonny Kazanov, another loyal Wildcat supporter, sends shouts out tonight to the Wildcats. Kazanov Motors, celebrating over 100 years of serving the river parishes with Ford. Easy to deal with and good service to all. Tesh Action Clinic has been in Edgard since about 2009. They're excited. They're going to be coming to St. James Parish, actually in Gramercy. Tesh Action Clinic sees patients regardless of their ability to pay, from no insurance to insurance, on a sliding fee scale basis. Visit them online at www.tabhealth.org to find the location nearest you. And you're looking at me, I guess you want me to shut up so you can talk a little bit.
No. I was just going to show you this real quick. My daughter took a screenshot of KBZE's site just to show all the people replying and saying that they're having a good time listening to the game. So
that's cool.
Thank you, Sam.
And Sam, this is your dad's first Facebook broadcast, too. Making history at the age of 56, correct?
Yep, we're coming limping into the future there, baby.
And we want to send a shout-out to our sports director, if he's listening tonight, Mr. Seth Thomas. He is in North Dakota and planning on giving you the Colonels actually he does the color of the Colonels tomorrow. It'll be going down at 2:30, and he's going to hopefully announce a victory before that's over with. We also want to mention, of course, we've got LSU tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've got Southeastern tomorrow. I believe we've got Southern and Grambling as well tomorrow.
We got a lot of good matchups
It's
tomorrow.
Louisiana College Day tomorrow.
And I do believe UL is playing Appalachian State, since I'm from the Lafayette area. I got to throw that in there.
All right. And, of course, the big one's coming for the Who Dat Nation.
Yes. The 49ers.
It's a really good football weekend. Really good.
Glad to have everybody with KBZE with us. Michael Jones along with Howard Castay. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're counting down just before the end of halftime. Your halftime score is St. James 13, Union Parish 6. 2 quick scoring strikes by each team with about 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And then it was all the way until almost the end of the second quarter before we got our second scoring play from St. James.
And while we're waiting, we want to talk a little bit about Thibodeau Hospital. Mike, they recognized Wildcat coach Robert Valdez in October. He was named Coach of the Month by the Thibodeau Regional Sports Medicine Center. Also, Thibodeau Regional invites everyone on December 10th to Love Lights a Tree. It's an outreach they're doing with the American Cancer Society in the Wellness Center lobby. They'll be hanging up Christmas ornaments, pictures with Santa, and refreshments. So that's pretty cool. It's getting everybody in the Christmas spirit. Also, we want to thank St. James Parish Sheriff Willie Martin for always standing by us to bring you St. James athletics. And a man I know who is very anxious to get into his office, and that's Mr. Peter Dufresne, the St. James Parish President-elect. So what a way to bring in the new year as parish president of this wonderful parish, which has grown considerably since I first started covering this in 1990. We also want to let you know that if you're in need of an attorney, call attorney Garen Johnson. He is a fighter in the courtroom. Give him a ring at 504-296-6159. That's 504-296-6159. And, of course, Mike, I'm going to give this back to you, but I've got to talk about my friends at the Vacherie Auto and Home Center.
Let's hear it.
Jimmy Brazon, Sandra Kerr, they really know how to hook you up. If you're a hunter, they've got food, deer feed. They can also get you hooked up with license. If you're looking for outdoor cookware, they've got you covered. If you need a new kitchen,
got you covered.
They got you covered. And then they can help you by changing your oil in your car.
Got you covered.
If you're looking for specials on tires, it's a place to go. It's a one-stop shop for guys, Highway 20 and Highway 3127 in Vacherie. So, ladies, if you need a good Christmas gift for your fella, that's the place to go because they'll hook you up.
Got you covered.
Amen.
I think I'll just come back and do maybe the end of their spot every now and then for you and just say, got you covered.
Got you covered. And also, we want to let you know that we've been on Facebook at KBZE FM. The game will remain there after this game is over, so in case you know someone who is not near their iPhone or a computer, have no fear. Rest assured, KBZE's got you covered. You can come back and watch the game at KBZE FM, absolutely free of charge.
Absolutely free.
Thanks to our wonderful sponsors.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We're at halftime. Glad to have everybody as our guest. It is the St. James Wildcats taking on the Union Parish Farmers from Farmerville. And both teams have put on quite a show in the first half. A few penalties wiped out some early drives, but since then, Wildcats have scored twice. Union Parish once on a long run from Trey Holly. The fireworks firing off now, getting ready to start the third quarter. And out come the Farmers. And don't forget, they actually won the opening toss of the first quarter and deferred So St. James got the football to start. Union Parish will be the receiving team at the beginning of the third quarter. As the referees take their spots, just about ready for our kickoff of the second half. Mahler will be kicking from left to right from his own 40-yard line. And Holly is back deep to receive the kickoff. We'll see if they kick it away from him. They have been so far. Trent Ginn is to the right side of the receiving formation. Holly to the left. And it's a high, deep kick into the end zone. Once again, a touchback. So another great kickoff for St. James. And it will be 1st and 10 for Union Parish from their own 20-yard line. If you are just joining us after halftime, it is 13-6. The Wildcats lead over the Union Parish Farmers. 7-6 game until just before halftime. Union Parish fumbled at their own 33. It took a couple of plays for the Wildcats to move in for the score. It's 13-6 now. Union Parish, though, with their 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff up to the 25 and still on his feet up to the 26, 27. Now they're going to call him down at some point. Up at the 28 now. I think all 11 players from both sides were piled on top of each other, just spinning in a circle for the last 1 or 2 yards. Holly was on the run, so a tough 8 or 9 yards for Holly there. He'll call it 2nd and 2 from the 28. Hand off to the right. And looks like they're going to give him first down yardage up at about the 30-yard line. Brown on the tackle. I don't believe it was Holly on that run. I'll try to get the number for you. Maybe Gatson that time, but now it's 1st and 10 from the 30. Handoff up the middle for 2 or 3 yards. Jaquarius Donald on the run. And they do give him 4 yards up to the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6. So Union Parish with a little momentum to start the second half. It will be a handoff over the left side up to the 40, up to the 45, past the 45 to about the 46 is Holly. So another first down for Union Parish. At the beginning of the second half now, just 2 minutes into the third quarter. Union Parish having received the kickoff, getting a first down at their own 20. They're now at their own at their own 46 with a 1st and 10. And with a pitch and first down yardage and more into St. James territory, all the way down to the 38 is Trent Ginn. And they move his forward progress to the 39, but still a 1st and 10 inside St. James territory, so it's only taken a couple of plays for Union Parish to push down into Wildcat territory with another first down. Their 3rd first down of this drive. Let's go with another handoff over the left side and pounding and running hard up to The 30 breaking a couple of tackles, and all the way down inside the 25 was Trey Holly. It looked like he was down prior to the 30-yard line, and all of a sudden he came out of the pileup, shook some tackles, and now it is 1st and 10 Union Parish at the Wildcat 22. Again, if Trey Holly gets past the initial front line and he gets into that second line, he is dangerous. And over the right side this time, down to the 15, down to the 10-yard line about, is Trent Ginn. So it has been the double dose of Ginn and Holly, starting at the Union Parish 20-yard line. They have driven all the way down to the St. James 10. And we'll call it a 1st and goal from the 10 with a handoff inside the 10, maybe to the 8-yard line with forward progress, is Trey Holly. And with a good sustained drive here, Union Parish now down almost to the 8-minute mark. It has been run, and they have run it right down the throat of the Wildcat defense for a 2nd and goal at the Wildcat 8. Under center is Ginn. He makes the quick handoff, and we'll see if they give him a touchdown. And it is a score. Union Parish with an 8-yard run. Trey Holly will make it 13-12, pending the extra point. So 80 yards in about 4.5 minutes. Union Parish makes quick work of the St. James Wildcat defense. And we're ready for the snap. Ball is down, kick is up. It will be missed, but there is also a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be called against St. James, so we'll probably have a do-over. And a few substitutions made. And we'll see if they may be going for the 2-point conversion now since the ball is a little bit closer. And that they are. Union Parish now going for the 2-point conversion. And the handoff and jumping up over the line and into the end zone is Trey Holly. 2-point extra point is good, and Union Parish takes the lead just like that, 14-13, and we'll be right back.
Kazanov Motors invites you to come and take a look at their great selections. Celebrating over 100 years of serving the River Parishes, easy to deal with and good service to all. Be sure and ask for Steve Kazanov and tell him you heard his commercial on KBZE. Also, the West St. James Pharmacy sends a big shout-out tonight to the St. James Wildcats. Go all the way, guys, and remember, we are proud of you in everything that you do. And Guanyon Furniture and Appliances, serving St. James Wildcat families and families along the river for more than 100 years, says to come and shop before Christmas, and you could go home with either new furniture or new appliances. 2 locations in Donaldsonville to serve you.
Okay, we are live back at Wildcat Stadium. Michael Jones along with Howard Castade listening to us, KBZE Radio, Facebook. Thank you for hanging out with us. Union Parish has taken the lead in this football game behind the strong running of Ginn and Holly. With 7:39 remaining in the third quarter, it is 14-13 Union Parish. And back to receive the kickoff at about the 15-yard line is LaBeouf. Flag on the return already, so it may be brought back. LaBeouf was able to make it up to the 33-yard line, but it looks like it's coming back. And it will be a holding call against St. James. So the return will come back before St. James gets their first down and their first possession of the second half. So an 80-yard drive in a little bit less than 4.5 minutes with Ginn and also Trey Holly for Union Parish trading off runs. And they made quick work of the Wildcat defense. And this, I believe, is the most points the Wildcat defense has had scored on them all year. 1st and 10 now for St. James at their own 10. It is a fake by Smith, who will take it over the left side and drive up close to first down yardage at the 20. And he took whoever was trying to tackle him at the 15 or 16-yard line and drove him forward for the final 4 yards. And got that first down. And it is indeed the most points the St. James Wildcats have had scored on them all year long. So Union Parish has already accomplished something there. The quick pass out to the left side, some miscommunication between Smith and the intended receiver. I believe that was Preston who was the intended receiver on that play. Yes, it was. So it will be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats from the 20. Snap and a quick handoff to LaBeouf going nowhere. He will be stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down. So the Union Parish front line of defenders is tough, and we have an injured Wildcat on the field, but getting up under his own power. We'll see if he can find out who that is. I think it's LaBeouf. Okay, yeah, that is LaBeouf, and he is able to walk off under his own power. And it will be 3rd down and 10 now for St. James from their own 20. And the snap and back to pass is Smith over the middle, and a quick hit up to the 30-yard line, close to first down yardage. Again, it's going to depend on where they mark as forward progress, and this time it is just past the 30-yard line for a first down. So the Wildcats are able to come through on a 3rd and 10 and get a 1st and 10 from their own 30. LaBeouf is back in the backfield. If you're just joining us, we're midway through the 3rd quarter here live from Wildcat Stadium. Union Parish Farmers are leading 14-13 over the Wildcats. Smith with the option now he decides to keep. Maybe gets a yard up to the 32. Really not much of a gain at all on that play, so it will be 2nd down and somewhere between 8 and 9. And here we are with the snap back to pass, and the pass complete out to Preston up to the 37 or 38-yard line. So a little quick shot for some good extra yardage out to the right side to Preston. And it will be 3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats from the 38. Trying to come back after the long Union Parish touchdown drive where they took the lead. And keeping it up the middle And fumbling, and actually the fumble is recovered by LaBeouf past the first down marker. So some real fortunate action and bounce of the football there. Smith, after receiving the snap, went on a quarterback draw and immediately had it popped from his grasp. LaBeouf happened to be standing in the vicinity of the football past the first down marker, so it'll be first down Wildcats from the 42. Very fortunate bounce for the Wildcats there. And we have, once again, an option and keep by Smith. That fools absolutely nobody. He may have lost 4 yards on that play. We'll see where they mark it. And they do mark it back at the Wildcat 38. So it's a loss of 4, what will make it second down and 14. So the Union Parish defense is standing very tall this second half. Now, the Wildcats have not been able to capitalize or really come close to scoring so far in the second half. Second and 14 from the 38. Snap back to Smith, looking to pass over the left side, and it is complete to Preston up to the 46. Gets almost 10 yards out of it. We'll call it 9. It will be third down from the St. James 46-yard line. Third down at about 6. And here's the snap. Smith back to pass, complete to Preston. Preston is the main receiver here tonight. And he catches the football for another first down into Union Parish territory. All the way down at the Farmer 31. So 20-plus yards on the pass, and St. James still alive with a first down at the Union Parish 31-yard line. Smith with the handoff, and the handoff goes to number 27 this time. That's Daniel Jupiter. Just to the 30-yard line. I was going to call it just inside the 30, but really it's a yard gain up to the 30-yard line, so we'll make it second and 9. Snap back to Smith, and he will give it to the motion man off to the right side. And that is Jupiter for maybe 2 yards. Check that. That is Caden Williams, number 26. Singleton on the tackle for Union Parish. It will be third down for St. James from the Union Parish 26-yard line. About 5 yards to go. LaBeouf and Smith in the backfield. It is a handoff to LaBeouf. Oh, no, he faked me out that time. Smith kept it. Unfortunately, he didn't fool enough of the Union Parish defenders. Short of the first down, and it will be another decision time, fourth down play for St. James. Fourth and 3 from about the 24-yard line, maybe just inside the 24. The Wildcats are going for it. Snap back to Smith. And he is dodging around in the back. Behind the line still, all the way back at the 35, running back up to the 30 and heaving a desperation pass into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Wow. What a great scramble by Smith on that play. Started at the 24, made his way almost all the way back to the 40-yard line, ran up to the 35. By the time I was out of breath is about the time he heaved the desperation pass that he heaved. I'm sure he was out of breath. So technically, it's a 24-yard touchdown pass, although it went a lot further. So the Wildcats again back into the lead as we are coming to the end of the third quarter. Let's see if they get the extra point off. I believe they're going to have the extra point with 0 time on the clock. And we are going for 2. Let's see what Smith does. It'll be a try straight up the middle, and he will be stopped stone cold dead at the 5-yard line. So no 2-point conversion for St. James. And we will end the third quarter with a score. Wildcats 19, Union Parish 14. We'll be right back.
Omega Waste Management of Patterson is in search of a Class A CDL driver. If you're interested, you must apply in person at 1900 Highway 90 in Patterson. Also, Roussel's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, serving the river parishes for 45 years, invites you inside for a season to sparkle at Roussel's with designer jewelry as low as $29.99. Visit them online at www.roussels.com and on Facebook. Just look for Roussel's. Shop their 4 locations in La Place on Belterre Boulevard, in Gramercy on East Main Street, in Boutte on Highway 90, and in Ponchatoula on West Pine.
Welcome back live. Michael Jones along with Howard Castaic, KBZE Radio on Facebook, and generally wherever you can hear us. Turn us up. It is the beginning of the fourth quarter. St. James has just taken the lead, 19-14. Union Parish with a double dose of Ginn and Holly. They have done a great job on offense. The Wildcats with their own attack of LaBeouf and Smith and Preston. And kick is received by Union Parish down at the 3, and all the way up to the 20 is Holly before being stopped dead. Flag on the play. And the flag will bring Union Parish back. So much the same thing happened to St. James on their last possession. Flag will go against Union Parish, and they will have it 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. We are in the fourth quarter. It is 19-14 Wildcats. We'll see if Union Parish can mount another long sustained drive like they did the last time. Handoff straight up the middle for maybe 2 yards, depending on forward progress. 3 yards is Holly. So it'll be a 2nd down and 7 now. And out to the left and moving up to the 15, up past the 1st down marker to the 24-yard line is number 24 for Union Parish, Trent Ginn. So we'll see if they carry the same attack as they did last time. St. James could not stop the run. And Ginn and Holly were able to take it 80 yards in about 4.5 minutes for their touchdown in the third quarter. And this is a handoff to Holly up to the 28, maybe up to the 29. Brown on the tackle. And they do give him a, a 4-yard gain up to the 28-yard line, where it will be second down. And there's the handoff over the left side. And breaking a few tackles up to near first down territory, I think is a little bit short. Tyler Stibe on the tackle. And let's see where the forward progress is marked. It looks to be a yard short. Flag was dropped on the play, but they are waving it off, so no penalty on the play. And it will be third down for the Farmers from their own 33. See if there's any defensive stand here for St. James. And it looks like it may be stopped short, again, depending on forward progress. From the ball placement, though, it looks short. Looks like they stopped him at about the line of scrimmage. We're going to have a measurement. I believe it's our first measurement of the night. By a nose, first down, Union Parish. And I mean literally by the nose of the football. So the Farmers are able to keep it alive, first and 10 from their own 34. We are in the fourth quarter, about 9.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. The Wildcats lead 19-14. Union Parish first and 10 from their own 34. With a quick keeper and maybe a yard gain for number 24 again. And we'll give him a yard on the play. It will be second down and 9 from the 35. Flags on the play. Official discussion. Personal foul, Farmers. That is going to hurt. It's going to take him back a good bit. I believe we're going to march it back to just inside the Farmer 20-yard line, where it will be second and forever. They've got to go all the way up to their own 44. So second and about 25. Make that second and 24, and the quarterback is back to pass, and throwing it way out of bounds is number 24, Ginn. Ginn was attempting a quick rollout to the right, but St. James defense was on him right away. Number 70, Jace Phillip in the chase, along with Chase Skeeson. So it is third and 24 for the Farmers from just inside their own 20. And they'll go with a safe run up to the 25, 26-yard line where a helmet goes flying. I thought that was a football at first, but that's one of the Union Parish helmets going up to about the 30. So well short of the first down, and Union Parish will have their first punt of the second half. And we have a timeout for Union Parish. We'll take a quick timeout here with our score in the fourth quarter, 19-14, Wildcats in the lead.
And we want to remind everyone, St. James Urgent Care is open 7 days a week, day and night. St. James Urgent Care is open Monday through Friday from 1 to 9, and on Saturday from 9 to 5. St. James Urgent Care, walk-ins are welcome. Learn more at sjph.org. Also, the Deco Shop in Lutcher. Give your home a new look for the holiday. Visit Camilla, Sherry, and Patrick on Highway 3125 in Lutcher.
Welcome back. We're in the fourth quarter of tonight's game, live at Wildcat Stadium, KBZE with Michael Jones and Howard Castay. Thank you for joining us live on Facebook. Union Parish with a fourth down from inside their 30 at about their own 26-yard line. They will have to punt with the Wildcats in the lead, 19-14. And the punt is high and dropping at about the 40-yard line and taking a favorable bounce for St. James, who will be downed by Union Parish at the Wildcat 45. So with 8:30 remaining, the Wildcats will have a chance to possibly add to their lead and maybe ice the game if they can keep the football long enough. You want to keep it away from Ginn and Holly because they've done some damage on offense for the Parish Farmers, Union Parish Farmers, up to this point. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 45. And the snap is a handoff straight up the middle for about 3 yards to LaBeouf. Number 6, Halsey on the tackle for Union Parish. And a quick substitution for St. James. Hooker in for Phillip. So we play second down from the Wildcat 49. And with a great dodge and run, Smith up to the 46-yard line of Union Parish. So it will be 3rd down and 1. Great change of direction by Smith on that run. Third down now. High snap, but he's able to pull it down, and for a first down goes number 2, Sean LaBeouf. As fast as he hit the hole and got that 1 yard, he was down, but that's all he needed, so it's a first down at the 45. Clock continues to count down, now inside 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. And it's Smith with a pass over the middle, just over the outstretched hands of the wide receiver. Tyshawn Williams was the intended receiver on that play. That was going to go a long way if he was catching it. Second down and 10, Wildcats from the Farmer 45-yard line. With a handoff to LaBeouf, up the middle, nowhere. The going has been rough for LaBeouf. They'll give him a half yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 9. In the meantime, the clock continues to wind down at 6:15 remaining in this ball game. See if the Wildcats get the 3rd down conversion. Smith is back to pass, looking downfield, and throws it complete down to the 32-yard line. It is Preston for a 1st down. So 1st down Wildcats at the Union Parish 32-yard line. Fresh set of downs. And the clock continues to spin in their favor. Here's the snap to Smith, and the handoff up the middle, just inside the 30-yard line goes LaBeouf. Once again, I want to thank the Facebook crowd for joining us tonight, listening in to us. KBZE, Michael Jones, along with Howard Castay, having a great time tonight. Great weather in Wildcat Stadium, and a tough ball game. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats, just inside the Farmer 30-yard line. Smith with the ball, and he will hand it off again to LaBeouf. Down to the 25, maybe just inside the 25. Oh, maybe just outside the 25. In the vicinity. It will be 3rd down and 4. Counting down now, 4:15 remaining in the ball game. So with a sustained drive on the ground, St. James is running the clock down, and now they just decide to call a timeout. So we'll call a quick timeout here with the score 19-14 Wildcats.
Ground Furniture and Appliances has been serving St. James Wildcat families and families along the river for more than 100 years, with 2 locations of furniture and appliances to serve you in Farmerville. Also, Attorney Garen Johnson, if you're looking for a fighter in the courtroom, call Garen Matthew Johnson on his hotline right now at 504-296-6159. St. James Parish President-elect Peter Dufresne, as well as St. James Parish Sheriff Willie Martin, send shouts out to the Wildcats. Go all the way, guys, and thank everyone for watching the game.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Michael Jones along with Howard Castay, KBZE, and live on Facebook tonight. Thank you for joining us with 4:11 remaining in this ball game. The Wildcats lead 19-14 over the Union Parish Farmers. Wildcats trying to keep intact an undefeated season. And of course, the Union Parish Farmers would not mind spoiling that, but the time is running short. 3rd down now for the Wildcats from the 26 of Union Parish. And the snap back to Smith, who will carry it straight up the middle, and it looks like he's got 1st down yardage. That is a 1st down Wildcats. And we will watch the clock wind under 4 minutes now. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats from the Union Parish 21. And the snap is back to Smith, who will carry it on the ground once again. He's not going to get anywhere this time. They drive him all the way back to the 30. And I'll be surprised if he gets forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. And that is exactly where they're going to put it. Just about the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, we'll call it. the meantime, close to another minute has run off the clock, so no harm in not gaining any yardage as long as they're running the clock. I'm sure one more score for the Wildcats would make them feel much safer. 2nd and 10 now with a handoff to LaBeouf. He will lose yardage on that. No way he got back to the line of scrimmage, at least a yard loss. So it will be 3rd down and maybe closer to 12 yards to go on this play. And we've got another timeout. We'll take a quick timeout here.
Rusel's Fine Furniture and Gifts invite you to shop their Season of Sparkle with designer jewelry as low as $29.99. Visit them online at ruselsjewelry.com. Gramercy, on Highway 90 in Booty, and on West Pine in Ponchatoula. Also, Thibodeau Regional Medical Center invites you to Love Lights a Tree on December 10th at the Wellness Center lobby. The celebration will include hanging of ornaments, pictures with Santa, and refreshments.
All right, we are back live at Wildcat Stadium. Live on Facebook. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. 2:48 remaining in this ball game. 1914 Wildcats with a 3rd and about 12 to go from the Union Parish 22-23 yard line. Back to pass is Smith, and now running out to his left to the 30 and passing downfield. personal foul drives them back to about the 12-yard line where Union Parish has it 1st and 10. And back to pass is Ginn, and he is running up to the line, running back, and eventually just throws it out of bounds. So Ginn tried to dodge around a little bit to buy some time, but St. James defense was having none of it. Incomplete pass. It will be 2nd down and 10. Second and 10 from the 12. As we are almost inside of 1 minute remaining in this football game. And there's a flag on the play before it even gets started. And it will be an encroachment penalty on St. James. That'll move the ball 5 yards to the favor of Union Parish. Up to about the 16-yard line. Where it will be 2nd and 5. And the snap back to Ginn, who runs it off to the left side, up to the 20, the 25, and out of bounds at about the 32-yard line of Union Parish. Clock stopped with 55 seconds remaining in the game. Seconds remaining. 1st and 10, Union Parish from their own 32. And the snap to Ginn, who will look to pass long and heaves it up to Holly. Holly actually had a pretty good chance to catch that ball. Kind of bounced off a defender, bounced off Holly's hands, incomplete. So with 49 seconds remaining, it will be 2nd and 10. Second and 10 at the 32 now. .49 seconds remaining in the ball game. Union Parish trying to make one last score, or two. That's an incomplete pass up at about the 40-yard line. Intended for Carey and Perry. Understand we might have had a late signal glitch of some kind on Facebook. We are back. Thank you for joining us. It is now 3rd down and 10 for Union Parish from their own 32. Handoff to Holly over the left side up to the 42, and he has got a 1st down. Just not quite enough time to work with here for Union Parish. They need Holly to break another big one. Inside 30 seconds now, and Union Parish with a 1st and 10 from their own 43. And the snap goes back to Ginn, who is looking to pass. Short pass is complete up to the 45. Receiver on the play, number 32, Corian Glosson. 16 seconds now remaining in the football game. And we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout here and be right back.
Okay, first of all, we'd like to let all of our St. James fans know that we will be broadcasting the game on the internet from the Superdome as well as on Alexa. However, we will not be streaming this game because it is against the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. So there will be no video stream of this game next week from the Dome. However, you'll be able to listen to it on Alexa at KBZE.com. We'll also have a live Twitter feed, so please tune in. The Twitter feed will be at KBZE.
Second down now for Union Parish from their own 46, 16 seconds remaining, and the pass is complete out to the right and up to the 50, and out of bounds is Trey Holly at midfield with 9 seconds left. If you've been with us the whole night, you saw the Wildcats take a halftime lead of 13-6. Union Parish comes back to make it 14-13. It has been all St. James since that time, 25-14 now. And the snap back to Ginn, who will chuck it long and intended for number 4, Dylan Harris, who was really 5 yards away from that football, had no chance to catch it. We'll have one more play here with 3 seconds remaining. Once again, I want to thank the Facebook crowd for joining us tonight. We've seen a great football game between the St. James Wildcats and Union Parish Farmers. This is probably the final play. And with one more quick pass, an interception to end the ball game. The Wildcats are victorious. Want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We are going to take a quick break and come right back. Our final score, 25-14, Wildcats victorious.
And as you can see, the crowd is going crazy. This is St. James's first time back to the Dome since the late 80s. In fact, one of the members of our staff, Pastor Lee Kondo, was a student. Then he was Poochie, Lee Kondo. He was a student at St. James High when it was his freshman year, I believe, when they went to the Superdome. So this is a big nostalgic night for a lot of people. And we want to, of course, thank our the former Union Farmer fans for tuning in. We're very sorry it didn't go your way, but we thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Definitely, and I think Trey Holly had me sold as soon as they scored the second time. Holly and Ginn made that quick 80-yard drive to begin the second half and take the 14-13 lead and score more points, really, than any other opponent has this year on St. James. And I thought we were on for maybe a score in the 20s for both teams and a tight ball game, but St. James was able to come back later in the second half and put Union Parish away with a late score. Once again, if you're just tuning in, at the end of the game, our final score is St. James 25 and the Union Parish Farmers 14.
And St. James is on their way to the finals, the LHSAA 3A finals, which will be next Friday night. Actually, it'll be the second game in the Superdome. It'll be next Friday night.
And I believe somebody nearby, Destrehan, was playing Houghton tonight. So they are in the thick of everything, too.
And now everyone is emptying out from the stands onto the field.
Some second-line umbrellas going up.
Yeah. Shout out to the crew Zulu. There's about 3 or 4 Zulu umbrellas on the St. James side that are twirling.
Oh, we got Saints umbrellas, Zulu umbrellas.
Yes,
We got them all out, man.
And again, we want to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to read them one more time before we sign off this evening. Thibodeau Regional Medical Center, Tesh Action Clinic of Edgard and Reserve, coming soon to Gramercy. Growyard Furniture and Appliances with 2 locations in Donaldsonville to serve you. Attorney Garen Johnson, if you're looking for a new attorney or a fighter in the courtroom, call him at 504-296-6159. The Vacherie Auto and Home Center. Go check out their appliances. Go check out their outdoor cookware. Go check out all of the wonderful things they have to help you hunt and fish. It's a gamut of opportunity. Also, we want to thank St. James Parish Sheriff Willie Martin, St. James Parish President-elect Peter Dufresne, Kazanab Motors celebrating over 100 years of serving the river parishes. We want to thank the West St. James Pharmacy, the Deco Shop in Letcher, Omega Waste Management in Patterson, looking for a CDL driver, a Class A CDL driver, apply in person, 1900 Highway 90. Roussel's Fine Furniture and Gifts, shop their season to sparkle in Gramercy, Boutique, Ponchatoula, or in Laplace. And, of course, we want to thank our hometown crew, A.J. Doman Chevrolet and A.J. Doman Chrysler, at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick, the law firm of Ramsey, Skiles, and Streva, the Courtesy Automotive Group, and Taco Bell. So, Mike, it's been a pleasure. Been a long time coming. I hope we don't have to wait 20 years to see each other again.
No, let's do it again soon.
All right, and again, next Friday night, you'll be hearing the KBZE Sports Director, Seth Thomas, call the game live, the final game live, the 3A final game featuring St. James from the Superdome. Again, it will be on the net. It will be on Alexa. Anything with Alexa, you'll be able to listen to the game. It'll be on TuneIn. We're sorry we can't stream it. It is against the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. So until then, for Mike Jones, this is Howard Castay, for Noah Yarber back at the studio, for our wonderful cameraman here, Mr. Sonny Iverson. We thank him so much for his talent, and we'll see you guys next Friday night right here on KBZE Sports. Good night.